You continue down the basement stairs, brushing past the smooth edges of thorns that grow more and more plentiful as you make your way forward. You step out into what was once a vast open cavern, now overrun by briars and prickles and thistles, the space thick with hostile vegetation. At the heart of it all, encased in a tight weave of vines, is the princess, her bloody, trembling hands clutching a pristine blade.
Did you know this was going to happen to me? Are you here to watch me suffer? Are you here to laugh?
Wir gehen durch die Dornen zu ihr und umarmen sie. Yeah, I'm here to laugh. What did you think would happen after you killed me? Hä? I'm here to free you if you let me. I can cut you free, but you'll have to give me the blade. You're in a prison of your own making. I broke our cycle of violence. If you still want to wallow in it, be my guest. I guess I don't have anything left to say to you. Fine, if you're going to be like that, I'm going to leave. Have a nice day. Was? Ja. Ich bin hier, um dich zu befreien.
I want to trust you.
Her grip tightens on the blade.
But you're hiding something, aren't you? Why would you help me if you weren't helping yourself?
You're not the only one who yearns for freedom. I'm as trapped as you are. I think we need to leave together. Is there nothing I can say to change your mind? You're in a prison of your own mate. Nein. Ja, du bist nicht die Einzige.
The princess clutches the blade closer to her chest.
That sounds nice. I'm so tired of the bad blood between us. But it's hard to let it go. You've hurt me.
Her eyes dart away from yours for a brief moment.
And I've also hurt you.
Sieht ein bisschen aus wie Ari. Mit ein paar Meerschwänzen, aber hey. Can I take the blade now?
Her eyes briefly meet yours, then dart back to the floor. She hangs her head in resignation.
Okay.
You reach towards her bloodied hands, laying your palm on her trembling fingers. For a moment, she clutches it even tighter, her knuckles going white with the effort. But then the tension fades. Her grip finally loosens and she allows you to take the weapon. You carefully pull it free from the thorns, though they scrape at your skin, leaving red trickles of fresh blood all along your arms.
That's okay.
She trusts us. She trusts us. Doesn't that set your heart aflutter?
Oh Gott sei Dank
Yeah,
ist er da, sonst
a
hätte ich noch
little.
wirklich Pipi gemacht
It
oder
could
so.
just be nerves. Being this close to her does bring back unpleasant memories, but I don't know, it doesn't feel bad. It feels good. Like we're special to her. We are special to have gained an ounce of trust from a maiden so guarded. Now all that remains is to free her from her bindings. Yeah, let's do it. Let's show her how much both of us have changed.
Ja.
Or, hear me out, we slay her. Right here,
was
right
ist denn
now.
mit
She's
dir
never been so
falsch?
helpless, and if we don't take advantage
Weg mit
of that,
ihm!
we may
Sperrt ihn
never get
ein!
another chance. That sounds like a splendid idea. You should listen to him. I see that the lines have been drawn. It's 2 against 1. It's 2 against 2.
Du
You
zählst nicht.
don't count.
Ja.
And why shouldn't he count?
Weil der nicht zu uns
Because
gehört.
he's clearly not one of us.
Der Hero und ich. Hä?
Doesn't matter. He's been with us the whole time. He should get a say.
Nein, der ist ein Außenseiter.
So, did you mean it? Or was I a fool to hand my life to you?
Slay the Prinzessin. I just wanted my blade back. You're your own. Natürlich.
Yes, what a good idea. Let's cut her free.
Was?
Oh, so you're suddenly team free her. You can't just switch sides as soon as we make a
Das
decision.
ist ja.
I can do whatever I want, and I believe with my whole heart that this is the right course of action. Let's free this princess. Everyone deserves a chance at redemption. Let him join us and be merry.
Ja.
We are all united by our passion.
Endlich sagt's mal
That's
einer.
right. What he said.
Was sagt.
We've already given him a chance at redemption. And who says I don't deserve another? I really mean it this time. I'm big enough to admit when I'm wrong. So I want to help you all free her. And I have no problem with that. Welcome to the team. You're one of us now. One of the good guys. You take the blade to the thorny vines imprisoning the princess, and she flinches, relaxing only slightly as the blade slices into the thick vegetation rather than her arm. And she flinches again as the last of the vines is cut away, as if, after all of that, she's still expecting you to turn on her and stab her in the heart. But you're not going to do that, are you? Still, all it would take is a single slip of the blade. Such a pathetic attempt at distraction and subterfuge. Our blade is a dashing sword, and every dashing sword is an extension of its hero.
Gott, haben wir eine
It
kleine
won't
Extension.
You're right. He can't even make it slip, can he? He's a bit of a nobody. Good thing I've been on your side of all this since the beginning.
Was? Warte mal,
The
stopp.
princess falls into your arms, tears streaking down her cheeks. I can't believe you're making me describe this. I hate you.
Gleichfalls.
You actually meant it. You rescued me.
Do you see the way she's looking at us? Kiss her. Kiss her now before the moment ends.
Ja, klar.
Can we actually do that? No, you can't. Absolutely not.
Ja, klar kann ich. Let's go.
You know as well as I do that we can. And we wouldn't want to throw away a chance for a special moment now, would we? If I were only
Knutschi,
capable of
knutschi jetzt.
throwing myself off a bridge. Well, are you going to describe our steamy, romantic kiss?
Der ist mitten ist ein bisschen laut, aber hey.
You lean in and you kiss her. And she reciprocates enthusiastically. You kiss. It's done. Are you happy now?
Ja,
Come on now, this is the big moment. You can do better than that.
das ist auch ein gutes Thumbnail.
Ugh, fine. You and the princess lock eyes and stare deep into each other's souls with all the roaring emotion that comes from letting what once was hatred turn into pure, unbridled passion. Are you making fun of
Hä,
us?
bisschen mehr Emotionen jetzt, Herr Narrator.
And then each of you close your eyes and kiss. Words can describe neither the nuclear fire nor the oceanic depth of your connection.
Ja.
Please. I think he actually likes romance. If history itself were not about to end, historians would document this moment for the rest of time. Musicians would write era-defining ballads, and great artists would expend entire lifetimes trying to merely capture the spark you hold right now. It doesn't matter either way, because this is good stuff. I'm aware of my skills. He's making fun of us. But unfortunately for you, the moment doesn't last forever. You open your eyes, the princess smiles gently up at you. Time for you to damn the whole world to oblivion, I suppose.
That was nice.
Was?
Her hand slips into yours, and the two of you rush to the basement stairs. Shameful, really, that the same thorns that so graciously allowed you downstairs are now blocking your only way
Hä, wir haben nur
out.
noch das Blade.
Please, after all the trials we've been through, do you really think a few measly thorns can stop us? Love is an even more powerful weapon than our blade. We cut through those other vines just fine. They're only thorns. I'm not afraid of getting a few scrapes. I'm not even sure we need to do any cutting. We can just move them out of the way. What a pathetic showing, really.
A few pointy sticks can't keep us down here. We're both meant for so much more than this.
quicksave. Das macht mir zu viel Angst.
As you step into the thorns covering the basement stairs, they yield.
Gut, dass ich ihr vertraut habe.
Both you and the princess ascend the stairs without obstacle. This is unacceptable. The second you step out of this cabin with her, the world ends. Do you hear me? What did the world ever do to you to deserve this?
Naja, er hat halt Twitter geboren.
Your
Ne?
nightmare is our dream. Whatever world would condemn star-crossed lovers like us to a cycle of violence and despair isn't a world worth saving. We'll weave something new together. Something better.
Schrei nicht immer so.
You and the princess hesitate at the cabin door. This is your last chance. We've already made our decision.
We're finally leaving here together, aren't we? And all we had to do was trust each other. It wasn't easy, but I'm glad we finally could.
Hands clasped, the two of you open the door and step out into a
Oh.
new day. You irredeemable murderers.
What do we do now?
Knutschen, ein Bett im
Where's everything
Kornfeld.
going?
Das ist immer frei, denn es ist Sommer.
Why is it so cold?
Aber das war das beste Ende, was wir als letztes Stück nehmen konnten. You do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Hello, blue screen. You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward, they're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You are nothing at all. Oh, ich bin ein Rabe! But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze and then you see it. A figure, faint and veiled in shadow, just beyond the reflection. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
Weiß ich nicht. A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. And then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you. What are you? Are you something like me? If you're not me, then what are you? I have so many questions for you. Does it hurt when pieces of you break off like that? I'm sorry, I don't want to destroy you. Will it help if I look away or stop asking questions? Nö, also ich hab mich gefragt, wann wir uns mal
The
treffen.
narrator. Yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after
Oh, das ist ein
all.
Auge.
An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
Auch nur ein paar. Nichts Schlimmes. Ja, jedes Mal, wenn ich was frage, ist es so, als ob noch ein Stück von dir
I'm
bricht.
aware. And if I were you, I'd be more precious about your time.
Okay. What is this place? Where are we?
A construct. It was supposed to keep the two of you trapped here until the job was done, and it was supposed to guide your hand to help you see things through. The construct you're in exists in every world at once. Any time you failed, any time you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both you and her into a new world. But you're waking up to your true nature now. It won't be able to work like that anymore.
Was ist meine wahre
You're
Identität?
the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
You have heard enough. The narrator was right. You are the long quiet, a vast and nascent, ancient wahrscheinlich God, and it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Ich dich auch. She unfurls an endless cascade of smiles and response and then patiently waits for you to continue. Ich bin long quiet, aber ich weiß nicht wirklich, was das bedeutet.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
Und was passiert jetzt?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes.
Das ist ein bisschen komisch, dass
So,
das so
will you
bewegt.
attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
There's so many stories we've left unfinished. Can we really just leave? Don't you have a say in all of this? Why is this all falling on me? Let's talk this through. I still have so many questions and I need answers before I can make a choice. If I let you out, an entire world ends for good. I can't do that. If you were always going to become this, then what was the point of me doing anything? Did it even matter what roads I walked if all of them would have led to this moment? There has to be another way. This can't just come down to me either destroying you or letting you out. I won't do it. I told you what was going to happen when we reached this point. Slay the princess. Slay the princess. I think that it's time for us to leave this place, but I don't know how to leave or where to go. Okay, wir exploren erstmal. Können wir wirklich einfach gehen?
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end. Pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
Hast du da nicht auch was zu sagen?
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
18,2% haben nur das mit den Dornen gemacht. Oh, und nur 15,8 haben sie geküsst. Ha? Na also, ich zeige euch hier was. Also richtig, also schönes habe ich euch gezeigt. Ich habe immer noch so viele Fragen.
My very nature is paradox, as is yours. You cannot use words to grasp at things that are beyond their reach, and you cannot rationalize that which defies logic. But violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it. A thought is a vine, and some thoughts nurture thorns that bleed the soul, and endless growth that blots your vision and strangles your trust. When I succumbed to myself, you patiently stood by me and cut the thistles that rooted in my skin. Your compassion is what freed us both, but compassion is a thing that must be nurtured, and you cannot nurture that which cannot change.
If I had known what you really were, I wouldn't have been so quick to free you. Of course I helped you. I didn't want us to hate each other. Nee, Gewalt, da höre ich jetzt auf.
But violence has defined the flow of everything between us. Do not deny what we are, and do not color our conflict with fear.
A boundless torrent of blades cut you from boundless angles. You are a body. You are gory ribbons. You are a body again. And you feel all of it.
Die schreit.
On and on it goes until your bodies are not your thoughts, are not you. Alive, dead, alive, dead, then alive and dead, all at once.
Jo, beruhig
You
dich.
learn to put yourself away and to follow the flow of reality. And you used it to rise above me.
You died countless steely deaths, and you lived countless short lives, and yet it is all so far behind you. Unjust impossibilities pushed you to become something you would never have been without them.
If you hadn't snatched that body away, we would have killed each other. We were self-destructive. It felt so good to finally win, even if it was going to cost me my life. Even if the journey was agony, the end gave the struggle meaning. It doesn't matter how I feel. Death, suffering, and oblivion shouldn't fall on others. If we are able to transcend death, then we are responsible for those it holds captive. I get it. There's no need for us to keep fighting. I'll leave with you. I just don't know how. Da, even if the journey was agony, the end gave the struggle meaning.
And even then, what we saw was not an ending. When I thought I had reached an unconquerable peak, you showed me how much further I could still climb. A shiver passes through you as unseen fingers, cold as the grave, dance across your skin. They remember the violence you inflicted on them, and yet they do not return it. I offer you a path to your redemption, and you take my hand in yours. You felt the pain you caused another, and you were willing to sacrifice everything you thought was you to set me free. Without sin, there is no redemption.
But without redemption, there can be no sin, and I would sacrifice everything to free you again. It doesn't matter how I feel. Yeah, I get it, there's no... Yeah, but without redemption, there can be no sin.
And without contrast, there can be nothing at all. Your lover drives a stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? Love melted into skepticism, and you pulled back layer after layer after layer, until all you were left with was the knowledge that you did not know me. You sought the truth then. Will you hide from it, now that it is within your grasp?
I have no desire to hide, but the truth can be made better. If destroying you is what it takes, so be it. I don't want to hide from the truth. No.
Then don't. Leave with me. There's no need for you to fight what we are.
I won't leave with you, not until you see things from my perspective. Das ist eine gute Idee.
If you need more time to open your eyes, then I will give you
Nein,
all
mach
the
nicht Stream wieder
time in
aus.
the world. To question everything is to deny the proof of reality that lies in front of you. By believing in your suffering, you make your suffering real. In believing in your limitations, you placed a shackle on your neck. But even then, you remembered the impermanence of the material. and watched as the walls of your prison decayed into nothing. To be impermanent is not to end, but to change. And for the world to be impermanent is to make finite the suffering of all things. Would you strip that gift away and leave them all to suffer in their permanence?
If they get over it, they see permanence as a gift in time. That would be torture.
It would. Our purpose is to be and to experience, and their purpose is the same. To be permanent is to cease. To be paused is to be trapped.
As the clash between you abates, you begin to shake, your will rapidly dissolving.
Are you starting to see? Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
Was denkst du, was passiert, wenn wir verschwinden?
This universe dies, and a new one is born. And that one dies, and a new one is born. And you and I get to witness it all, weaving a tapestry of life wherever we go.
Ja, klingt jetzt erstmal nicht so schlimm, ne? Also ich meine, uns geht's ja gut. Ich meine, ich habe gespeichert. Wir können sie immer noch slayen danach, ne? Ich wollte nie kämpfen. Aber wie verschwinden wir?
Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final peace lies with you.
Ich befreie mich selbst. You fall into yourself. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation, and you feel sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here except for her is you. You feel wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonized tension to a finite plane. You can feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it. But it does not yield.
I love you.
Oh. Ich nehme ihre Hand. All at once, the unyielding tension breaks. Was habe ich getan? Was ist das? You're free and she is with you.
It's magnificent.
Ich weiß jetzt nicht so. There are no words, no thoughts to describe absolute reality. It's something that simply is. Was passiert jetzt?
Everything. Just like it always has been. And just like it always will be.
Wir hatten die ganze Zeit keine Farben, außer ihre Schrift. Und jetzt ist plötzlich bunt. Ich bin verwirrt. Das ist auch schön. You and she step forward into 1,000 dawns and 1,000 sunsets, each of which contains 1,000 more. You exist and you are aware, just as you have always been, and just as you'll always be. Though conflict is in your nature, the two of you will never be alone, and the two of you will never know fear. You and she are finally home. Warte, die Errungenschaft? There are no endings, only new beginnings. Oh, Also ich dachte jetzt nicht, dass wir das heute, dass wir heute wirklich so ein richtiges Ende erleben und so. Hätte ich wirklich nicht gedacht. Also wirklich, wirklich nicht gedacht. Oh, das ist ein Axolotl. Und eine Handpuppe. Finish the game. The good ending doesn't count, was? Wie? Was für ein Good Ending? Ich will auch ein Good Ending. Alter, da sind so viele Errungenschaften noch. Aber so viele. Wir haben wirklich nur, so ein Mini-Ding. Lustig. Ich würde gern dahin und dann würde ich gern loaden. Und dann würde ich gern... Ich muss für eine bessere Welt kämpfen. Es tut mir so leid.
Even now you think you can destroy me. If it takes all of eternity to break your delusion, I will still break it.
You don't have to face her alone.
Ah! Freunde! Which hero are you?
All of them? I assume in the same way that you're all of you.
Du weißt gar nicht, wie toll es ist, dich zu hören.
It's good to be here.
No.
You'll never be able to strike a decisive blow from out here. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready? Then let's go. And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it? Do you need me to describe things?
Sind's nur wir beide?
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her.
If the offer still stands, but could you describe the cabin to me for all time's sake?
Yeah, of course.
Let's go!
The interior of the cabin is, well, it's a cabin, yeah? There isn't much here, just a table and a knife and a door. And some windows. You know, come to think of it, I don't think he ever really mentioned the windows, did he?
Apropos! Was machen die nackten
There's no
Frauen
mirror
vor meinen Fenstern?
either. I think you broke it.
Tut mir leid.
And I know I've already mentioned it, but if we want to see this through, we're gonna need that blade.
Ist schon in Ordnung. Nehmen auch.
That's probably for the best. It's always seemed to give us more options than not.
Ja.
The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
We both know why you're here. You don't have to draw it out for my sake.
It sounded just like that. A little sharp, a little menacing. Only she didn't know us. And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
And there you are, knife in hand. That sight brings me back. You're going to do it then, aren't you? You're really going to kill me. You'll have all of eternity to yourself after this. Why don't we chat a little before I go?
Nee.
So this is it then. Let's see this through.
Nee, die will mich nur wieder verarschen.
So, that's how it is. Whatever world you want to build without me, I hope it works out.
Es tut mir leid.
Despite our differences, I've
Ich
always
dich
loved you,
auch.
and I wish you nothing but the best.
Ich dir auch. You blink and the princess is gone. All you have left of her is a small, melancholische weight that sits at the borders of your heart. Melancholic. Whatever action brought you and the princess into being was rough and jagged and left each of you with a piece of the other. By destroying her once and for all, you also destroyed a part of yourself. But the world hasn't ended. Things continue on.
She's gone. And I don't think she's coming back. Is that a metaphor, or are you being literal? It doesn't matter, we don't need to linger down here anymore. Let's get going.
You leave the basement behind. Then the stairs. And then you leave the cabin itself.
It's quiet here.
The path and the woods outside are an empty canvas, but there is even more to see beyond this place. The fruits of your labor, a world free from death. Das ist eigentlich auch nicht gut. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation and you feel sensation and hibernation and limbs once. Ja, das hatten wir doch schon alles. You feel wings, ja. Plane. You can feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield.
He's gone. She's gone. No one is left to trap us here but us.
All at once, the unyielding tension gives way. And then the shattering. You are free, and before you lies the endless expanse of absolute reality. A new absolute reality, one forged by your will and by a long and arduous cycle of bloodshed that has stained your hands countless times over. But there will be no more bloodshed in this new world.
It's finally over, isn't it?
Broken!
I knew we'd finally see it through. All it takes to be a winner is grit and determination.
We really did win, didn't we? We're the house now. We get to make the rules.
Let's go.
This is nice. No more hunting. No more running. Just us. And whatever's out there.
Absolute reality. Who would have thought there was really a world outside of us? And who would have thought we'd actually wind up siding with him?
The whispering and the coercion and the bickering. Everything horrible about being alive has stopped. I could get used to this. That wasn't very hard at all. Speak for yourself. Well, boys, how does it feel? We're not just on top of the pecking order, we are the pecking order now. I hope this was all worth it, because I'm personally inconsolable. Lucky for us, you have forever to get over it. Time mends a lot of things. You'll get better.
Here, here, to our vanquished foe.
Wir finden eine
It's good to be
neue.
back. Now we just have to figure out what to do with ourselves. Forever. No problem. We can do that, yeah? Yeah. We can do that.
A new and unending dawn. Slay the princess. Das haben tatsächlich nur 30,5%. Das davor hatten 48,2%. Schlag und Sebi, träum mal Schönes. Oh. Ich mochte das davor mehr. Ich auch. Also also das Problem ist, keins davon ist für mich so ein gutes Ende bisher. Was? Ha? Also. Nee. Weil, also, es ist natürlich nicht gut, alles zu zerstören, um es wieder zu zerstören und so. Aber den Tod komplett zu vernichten, finde ich auch nicht so gut, ne? Oh, Baby. Aber ich würde sagen, 2 Enden gemacht ist genug dafür, dass das Spiel erst heute rauskam. Also, wir haben 25 von 97 herumgeschaut, wir haben 26% gemacht. Ich finde, wir sollten jetzt nicht noch mehr spoilern.